India has described as deeply shocking the news report of a Qatar court sentencing 8 former Indian Navy personnel to death. At the same time, the country has vowed to explore all legal options in the case to help those 8 officials. The 8 Indians were arrested in August last year in an alleged case of spying and have since been in solidarity confinement. India, reacting to the development, said that it is attaching high importance to this case and is exploring all legal options. Now let's see who are these 8 Indians. The former Indian Navy veterans who were arrested in August 2022 are Commander Purnendu Tiwari, Commander Sugunakar Pakala, Commander Amit Nachpal, Commander Sanjeev Gupta, Captain Navtej Singh Gill, Captain Birendra Kumar Verma, Captain Saurabh Vasisht and Sailor Rakesh Gopakumar. All of the former Navy officers had an illustrious service record of up to 20 years in the Indian Navy and had held important positions, including that of instructors in the force. In 2019, Commander Purnendu Tiwari was awarded the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman, the highest honor conferred on overseas Indians. In a post at the time, the Indian Embassy in Doha had said the award was given to Commander Tiwari for enhancing India's image at global level. All 8 Indians worked for a private firm, Dahra Global Technologies and Consultancy Services, which provided training and other services for Qatar's armed forces. The company is run by a retired squadron leader of the Royal Oman Air Force, Khamis Al-Ajmi. Ajmi too was arrested along with the Indians last year but was released in November 2022. Sources said some of the Indians on death row were working on a highly sensitive project, Italian technology-based midget submarines with stealth characteristics. In May, Al-Dahra Global shut down its operations in Doha and all those working there, primarily Indians, have since returned home. Now, what led to their arrest? The 8 men were arrested by Qatar's intelligence agency on August 30th, 2022 after accusing them of passing on secret data to Israel. Neither the Qatari authorities nor New Delhi has made the charges against the Indian nationals public. The charges were filed against the 8 Indian Navy veterans on March 25th and they were tried under Qatari law. Their bail petitions were rejected several times and the verdict against them was pronounced on Thursday by the Court of First Instance in Qatar. The men were picked up by the State Security Bureau, the Qatari intelligence agency. The Indian embassy first learned about the arrests in mid-September last year. Now, what can India do about the case? Reacting to the verdict, the Ministry of External Affairs said that they are awaiting the detailed judgment in the case and are exploring all legal options. The government said it would continue to extend all consular and legal assistance to the Indians. It is learned that the families of the former Indian Navy personnel had filed a mercy plea to the Emir of Qatar. However, there is no confirmation of it. India and Qatar have had friendly relations for decades since Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's visit to Qatar in November 2008. Defense cooperation has been officially described as a pillar of Indian-Qatar ties. By the way, it may be recalled that India and Qatar in 2015 signed an agreement on the transfer of sentenced prisoners during the Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani's trip to India. Under the agreement on extradition of convicts, Indian nationals sentenced in Qatar can be sent back to their home country to serve the remaining part of their jail term. It remains to be seen whether the Indian government would invoke these provisions to seek the extradition of those 8 individuals and whether Qatar would agree to it. The second option is India can also escalate the matter to the International Court of Justice if it feels that due process is not being followed. For the time being, New Delhi might make efforts for an appeal against the ruling within the Qatari judicial regime and seek immediate relief. The release of the ex-Navy officials will very much depend on how the Qatari government responds to India's requests for cooperation on the sensitive case.